So this soul journey reading is for the viewer who connects to the angel hour that appears to link this read up. And it looks like we have two. We'll take them both. 1919 and 1001. And the card reads, there's like lavender stuck on here. Okay, the card reads, you are unique. Embrace your unique gifts and talents and follow your soul's calling. The angels are urging you to step into your authentic self and express your true essence in the world. By doing so, you will align with your soul's purpose and contribute to the greater good. So, a message for you, if you are connecting to this read, that's the first message that helps. And then positive changes. Our 1001 is a sign from your guardian angels that positive changes and opportunities are on the horizon. It serves as a reminder to maintain a positive mindset, embrace new beginnings, and take proactive steps towards achieving your goals. Your angels are with you every step of the way. And that is the other message, or the combined message here for you to connect to this read. And so now we will take a look at what time period it may have been of your soul journey that has some benefit to you, to be reminded of who you were in that time, to help you in your current life's journey for the betterment of your soul. And we have the Roman Empire, 27 BCE to 476 CE. It's the time of the height of the Roman power, marked by conquests, gladiators, and grand architecture. So this was a time when the Empire of Rome had already gained great power, consolidated power and many peoples together. In this image, we can see the crowds gathered, looks like in some celebration, maybe ahead of a gladiator, a gladiator game. And so that is the time period that we're now connecting to. And then let's find out who you might have been in this life. This life that came into the later period of the Roman Empire. And maybe you'll have some feeling about this position in life. Maybe it's one similar to a work that you do in your current life's journey, or maybe it represents some attraction for you, or just maybe a skill that you have in another profession that you're engaged in. But if these numbers are already familiar to you as you've seen them repeated, then, and we have scribe. scribe, a writer or historian responsible for recording events, religious texts, and legal documents. So the Roman Empire was a very advanced one. Scribes would definitely be in need, and we know of many documents that were created during this time that tell us a lot about the history of this point in time. So a scribe in the Roman Empire. Okay, and then let's take a look at what themes may have been important in your life, and this may also connect to patterns that you're seeing in your life today. We'll pull 3, and maybe that'll give us kind of even an understanding of the life course. First major theme we have here is anger. Living a life in anger and resentment, being frustrated and annoyed, leading to uncontrolled outbursts. So that is the first theme that may have been a part of this life, this journey of this soul, your soul, if you are connecting to this reading. And that may have been maybe a part of the early life, since that's our first card out for major themes that were present in this life. And then we have complete opposite end of that. We have compassion, a life of healing others, either physically or emotionally, through medicine or acts of kindness. So that is a drastic change. But maybe the result of having to have an early life where themes of anger were present. Okay, let's see what the last theme we have here is about. Wealth. A life characterized by the accumulation of wealth, luxury, and material success. So, very ornate room with works of art and treasures everywhere here. So, from anger to compassion. And then to wealth. So a drastic turnaround. There definitely would have been great opportunities for wealth in this Roman Empire. There was probably a big need for compassion with so many people coming together, and a lot of that being the result of the expansion of the empire, which meant a lot of wars. Okay, let's see how this life may have ended. And that might tell us more about the way this read is coming together, the purpose of the messages that are needed here that could be helpful towards clarity. And we have, animal attack. You were killed by a wild animal or during an encounter with dangerous wildlife. So, wow. It makes me wonder, are you connected to animals in your life currently? Is that a fear, a fascination? Maybe you volunteer your time to help with animals, or maybe that's something that you may need, or not need to, but would be beneficial towards the betterment of the condition of your soul in this life journey. Okay, let's get an oracle card on this life as a whole, because it almost does just seem like a pretty, I don't know, complete life. A life that was ended in an untimely way, yet the actions taken in this life were very positive. Just changing completely from going out of anger, coming into a life where you're bringing compassion into the world, and with the result of that being wealth and many opportunities, that ends in a tragic accident. And then all of this as a scribe. So you were definitely in a life where you were very aware of what was going on in your life, and you were succeeding wonderfully in it, coming to a time of wealth in your life, or the ability to bring about abundance. But we do have an untimely end. So that is something that could have an impact on your life in this soul time. Thinking too, I wonder if your south node might be in a sign, like a fire sign, since you started out in anger, or maybe in Taurus or Scorpio, since those signs kind of have to do with wealth. But let's see what the advice is here. And we have the crumbling. What are you clinging on to? Okay, so this card very much in the similar meaning of the Tower in the tarot, where this card is giving you the advice to let something come apart so that what is actually stable can be rebuilt. So really, just like the Tower card, maybe you're in a situation in your life currently where you have some form of structure or some type of situation that you know is crumbling, and you are being given the advice here to let that happen, not to try to stop it. And maybe this feeling of a sudden attack makes you have a feeling of general anxiety in this world, in your life currently. But there's something here, though, that needs to be allowed to fall apart. It's already crumbling. I'm going to take some tarot cards to kind of see what that might be. What area of your life this may involve currently. Is it a relationship with a person? Is this something to do with your family? The structure of the work that you're doing currently? Let's see. Just to get a little more clarity on the oracle message and this past life we're connecting to. Okay, so we have the Queen of Wands and Queen of Coins, King of Coins at the bottom of the deck in the reverse. Queen of Coins is a very caring, definitely compassionate figure. Represents someone who cares for herself and those all around her. She looks out for the welfare of others, and she is known to use her wealth in a way that is nurturing with compassion. And then we have the King of Coins, who typically is one who is using his resources and wealth and ability to improve the material world in a very positive way. I know I have the Devil, but these cards were in reverse, so the King of Coins was in reverse, and so was the Devil card here, which represents some type of toxicity, something in life where there is something unhealthy. In this tarot deck, with the gods and goddesses of the Greek legends, we have Hades depicted here for the imagery of the devil. Don't really see his face. I'm noticing here the dog and the fact, and even just the coloring here on this death, that it was, oh my gosh, and we have death here in the reverse. In the reverse, okay. So something that maybe needs to end, but there's some kind of resistance to that. Some resistance to ending something. The Sun in the reverse also. So some pretty significant cards here, and that is on clarifying kind of the overall read, and then the oracle card about the crumbling. So are you currently dealing with a situation where you have been nurturing, but somehow you're connected to a kind of King of Coins in the reverse? And with that, is there someone or some element that is toxic that you need to let fall away? See here, I want to get just a little more on the Queen of Coins here. Because what I'm, okay, let's see. We have the Knight of Cups in the reverse. So that's someone who's very romantic, who wants to make an offer. We have the Judgment in the reverse, Athena. Coming up in the reverse, that's showing that there's some kind of difficulty in making a decision. And maybe that decision is what you need to consider more thoughtfully at this time, to maybe let something go, something that ordinarily should be in an upright state of a perfect pair of harmony, the King and Queen of Coins. And yet you're having possibly difficulty in making a major judgment because this King is coming up in the reverse with this toxic element attached here. And all of these cards are really to clarify the advice. And the Knight of Cups is normally one who is reaching out in an emotional manner, offering compassion, love, connection. It's very romantic meanings and offerings that go along with this card, but it's coming out in the reverse. And that may be the advice for you. The strongest advice that seems to be coming out in this read is to let something destructive fall apart, or just leave it to be to what will be, and let that piece of things crumble, but stay the Queen of Coins. And then just going back to the angel hours that link this reading, you are unique. So despite this going on, this possibly negative situation, you're in a way separate from it, although this is still involving you. And you still have unique gifts. Your angels are urging you to step into your authentic self, express your true essence in the world. So express your own nurturing essence in the world to align with your purpose, to contribute to the greater good. Let the rest fall away, and then lean into positive changes. Keep a positive mindset, new beginnings, positive steps. Achieve your goals. Queen of Coins will definitely have goals. So achieve those as you did. Remember who you are, that you've already done this in a life prior. You already came out of toxic behavior and brought your life into an area of compassion, wealth, and you can do it again. And I feel like that is the overall message for your reading, that you've done it before, you're a Queen of Coins, you can do it again. So if at this time you're having difficulty making the judgment, making the call, putting to use the wisdom that you have operated on already, know that your angels are watching over you. They see that you have the capability to again come out of anything toxic and amplify the good, the positive, what you uniquely are. And that is what I have for you. If you are connecting to this reading, please like, comment. I would especially love comments if you are willing to share, or if you have even criticism about the reading or what maybe you might want to see drilled down a little more, fleshed out a little more in these reads. So all the best. I hope this serves the greatest good for your soul, and maybe we'll connect again on a future read. Thanks.